Today we're going to be going over the characteristics of short stories. Make sure you take notes. You will see this again on classwork and quizzes. These are the 5 specific characteristics of a short story. However, today we're going to focus on characters, setting, and plot. Characterization is how an author helps a reader understand what a character is like. If the author states directly what the character is like, this is direct characterization. If the reader uses clues from the stories, this is indirect characterization. To help explain a little better, imagine you're reading a book about SpongeBob SquarePants, where the author says, SpongeBob is a happy, optimistic little sponge. No matter what, he never lets anything get him down. This is direct characterization because the reader's told exactly what the character is like. For indirect characterization, you figure out what the character is like. You can tell SpongeBob is annoying Squidward based on their interactions. You can also see that SpongeBob is happy based on his appearance. This is indirect. The next characteristic of short stories is setting. The setting provides the backdrop for the story. It tells where and when a story happens. Time period can be very important. The third characteristic of all short stories is plot. Plot is defined as the sequence of events in a story. All stories follow a specific pattern of events. Before I explain each plot part individually, here's the order of events. First is the exposition, then the inciting incident, next is rising action and the climax, then falling action, and lastly, the resolution or denouement. Stories begin with the exposition. This is where you meet characters, the setting, and you get any background information that's relevant to the story. The inciting incident or event is where the main conflict or the problem is first introduced. During the rising action, the main conflict develops. Other smaller problems may be introduced and develop here as well. The rising action is usually at least 75%, if not more, of a book or movie. The climax is the turning point in a story. This is when the main character takes some sort of action to resolve the overall conflict or problem. The falling action is where the main conflict and all other small conflict or problems are resolved. The resolution, also known as the denouement, is where all the loose ends are tied up. This helps the story feel like it has completely ended.